Welcome to the part 2 of the Yahoo Finance video tutorial series. Let's pick up where we left off from last week, but this time I'm going to use Verizon stock as an example. So let's start with the PE ratio. PE ratio stands for price to earnings ratio, and it is a tool that can help you compare the valuations of this Verizon stock to the other similar stocks. TTM stands for trailing 12 months. So what this tells you is the trailing 12-month earnings PE ratio based on the actual data Verizon reported from their last quarterly financial stats to the SEC. So for example, based on the screenshot, Verizon is trading at $49.88 per share. Based on Verizon's income statement, their diluted earnings per share, or EPS, is $5.33. So if you divide $49.88 by $5.33, the price to earnings ratio is about 9.36. Keep in mind that the PE ratio will change on a day-to-day basis because the stock's price changes throughout the trading day. The EPS will only change once per quarter when Verizon's new earnings reports are released and filed to the SEC. So bottom line is that the PE ratio can tell investors how expensive or cheap a stock is compared to its earnings or profits. What you don't want to do is compare Verizon's PE to Apple or Tesla because Verizon's focus is on the cell phone industry. You can compare its PE to the same industry group like T-Mobile and AT&T. Investors avoid a stock when its PE is higher than its peers. The stock can also become unattractive to investors when its PE ratio is much higher than it has been in the past. EPS stands for earnings per share, and when you see a positive EPS, then that means the company is profitable. If you see a negative EPS, then the company is not profitable yet. EPS is a company's net profit divided by the number of common shares it has outstanding. On Verizon's last quarterly statement, total outstanding common shares are 4.2 billion and the net income was $22 billion. So you divide the net income of $22 billion by the outstanding shares of 4.2 billion, and that gives you about $5.32 in EPS. Earnings day is the next earnings call for Verizon, which is on January 25th, 2022. Forward dividend and yield are calculated by dividing a year's worth of future dividend payments by a stock's current share price. Verizon is paying about $2.56 in forward dividend, so if you divide that by the share price of $49.88, then the forward dividend yield is 5.1%. Since Verizon pays out their dividend in quarterly payments, we'll just say the forward quarterly dividend yield is 64 cents because $2.56 divided by 4 quarters is 0.64. So if you own 10 shares of Verizon stock at $49.88, then your next quarterly dividend payment is about $6.36 because $49.88 multiplied by 10 shares and then multiplied by 5.1%. and then divided by 4 is about $6.36. You can also find the future dividend payments announced on the Verizon Investor Relations website. Ex-dividend date is January 7, 2022, and what that means is that you have to buy the stock by this date to get the next dividend payment. There are 4 stages a company goes through when they pay dividends to their shareholders. Declaration date is the date the company announces that it will be issuing a dividend in the future date. Record date is when the company looks at its current list of shareholders to determine who will receive dividends. Ex-dividend date is the date the company determines which of their shareholders will be entitled to receive the dividend. Only those shareholders who hold the company stocks prior to this date are entitled to receive the company's dividend. Payable date is the payment date, and that's when the company pays out the dividend to the eligible shareholders. So if you subscribe to my channel, I'm going to go over the 1-year target estimate and continue to go over different types of PE ratios and the PEG ratio in the next week's video. So with that said, I appreciate you watching my video. Don't forget to check out these 2 3-minute videos as well as the new fire video coming out tomorrow, Sunday at 9 a.m. Have a good one.